There we go. Okay. Sitting up nice and tall. Allow the eyes to close. Let the shoulders melt and fall away from the back of your skull, away from your ears. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it away. And we're going to take a mudra to start class tonight. So you're using both hands. You're just going to connect all the fingertips together, right? As if you're touching all four fingers to the thumb. Kind of create like these little beaks with the hands, right? And keeping the eyes closed, just allow this gesture of the hands to rest on your knees, just for a moment. This mudra is called Mukala Mudra, which also means little beak hands. And this mudra is for a refreshing, a regeneration of energy. So we turn to this mudra because of its powerful healing benefits. It actually has been tested on, a few doctors have tested it from this little book that I read from called Mudras, Yoga in Your Hands, where this one doctor had done a test of it on himself, where he applied the mudra to various parts of his body, specifically to internal organs, perhaps the intestines or the kidneys, and he just slowly experimented in various parts of the body to see about the effects of this mudra. And he found that it rang quite true, that when given the time, any time of day, for as long as you'd like, you find this gesture of the hands and you place it upon yourself, perhaps best possible with skin contact, right? Fingers touching the skin. And he found that it really replenished energy that was lost. And he often came to this mudra when he felt overstressed, overworked, and thusly just super taxed to the point of nothing productive could happen. So take this mudra and place it over a certain part of his body, and he would just sit there for a matter of minutes. That's all you need. So I'd like you to take the time, I invite you to take a minute here to take a body scan and tune in to a part of you that needs healing the most. I myself have been taking this mudra to the lung space. It's about 2 inches below the collarbones. I'm working to clear up energy stagnation in the heart and lung area. Of course, if you're someone that might be feeling overworked, if you do overwork and perhaps work the kidneys, you might take this mudra to the kidney space that is on the back body, just below the ribs. It's a little awkward to hold, but effective. I was also playing with this placement the other night as well. But wherever you choose, stay there for a few breaths. Nice, deep, full, long yogi breaths. Allowing the belly to fill and expand. Feeling the ribs and heart fill and lift and expand. And thusly sending the breath to where the hands are placed. And so just like last week, we are focusing on the first chakra because the first chakra resides in our need for survival. By setting the foundation of necessary needs, right? Foundational needs: food, shelter, air, and for current times, health. So take a few more breaths on your own, sending energetically from your mind to your hands and to the part of you that needs it. Take a big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it away. Keeping your Mukula Mudra right where you've placed it. Let's breathe in for the sound of Om. Inhale. The affirmation for this mudra is dirt out, power in. Last few breaths as you hold this Mukula Mudra, recite the affirmation to yourself in your mind and in your hearts. Dirt out, power in. Dirt out, power in. Dirt out, power in. Big breath in. Cleansing breath out of the mouth. Breathe your eyes open. Let your hands float down to your lap and come to lay on your backs for the first pose, Banana Asana, my favorite. And find that nice big X on the center of your mat. Spread your limbs wide. Take a big breath in and a settling breath out. When you're ready, cross the left ankle over the right. Left hand finds the right wrist. And then your right cheek falls towards your right armpit and your eyes close. Take a big breath in here. And a big sigh out. Here's where you'll stay for the next few minutes, 3 minutes. So allow yourselves to get comfortable and breathe. So another different thing we're doing tonight, other than this grandiose setup that we have going on, little experiment, sound bath experiment. We have an ambient track by Moby that will play to support the instruments that I will play on top of the ambient track. And we're going to see how it goes. See if this musical track will support these live instruments, right? So just keep breathing. Enjoy your Banana Asana right here on the right side. That was not an instrument, that was the Bluetooth connecting. I hope that the music that resonates on your end is perpetuates a little bit more of a space making of resonance for you. You have a little less than a minute left here. Breathe a little deeper, maybe some flutters of the lips, breathing in through the nose, breathing out to flutter, maybe even getting a little audible with it. Take a big breath in here. Sigh the breath away. Begin to uncross your legs, release your wrist. Find your way through center, pausing in the middle, and then taking your banana asana on the left side. Crossing the right ankle over the left, right hand reaches for the left wrist. Allow your gaze to softly fall towards the left side as you close your eyes. On your time, take your breath in and let the breath go. About a minute left on this side. Big breath in, big breath out. Uncross your legs, release the gripping of the hands, and come through center. Take a pause there, any movements that feel good to you, or maybe stillness is what you need. Pick how you respond to the poses or not. When you're ready, legs will come together. Pull your knees into your chest. Maybe take a couple circles or rocks back and forth, side to side. Anything you'd like. Until you're ready to rock and roll up to sit. You'll grab your blocks and we'll come into toe squat. Give you a side view. Your toes will tuck underneath you. It's almost like a hero's pose. So hips are parallel and tops of the thighs are as wide as the hips. So knees in line with hips. Take your blocks by your hips, hands to plant. This is where we'll stay. When you're ready, take a breath in. And then let the breath go. And since this is a seated upright position and the hands are free, if it doesn't feel like too much of a hold or a burden on you, maybe take the mudra that we started class with, Mukala Mudra, and put it back to the place that you are working on. Put it back to the part of you that still needs the healing. Give it more time. Give it more practice, more attention. Half a minute left here. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Open your eyes. Come forward to all fours, coming off of your toes. Maybe lifting them off the ground, giving them a little reprieve. Maybe a little wiggle or twinkle of the toes. Pitter patter, pitter patter. And then come to sit. Facing the long ways of your mat. Coming into half dragonfly, right leg will be long, left knee is bent. Take one of your blankets, put it behind you as a seat, little wedge. Get you a little bit higher up on your sit bones. And then up to you, you can use your second blanket or your bolster if you're using it tonight. The bolster is optional. And you're gonna slide it underneath your right knee. Blocks are also near. That one kind of flew out of my hands. And you'll take them right down the center of the midline, forward as opposed to over the leg. You'll take them to any setting that makes sense to you, and you'll fold forward, allowing the third eye to rest on the block. We're going to be here for about 4 minutes, so get yourselves nice and comfortable. I thought, hey, since it's inauguration day, it's like a really great sweeping shift. It's almost like hitting the restart button. So I thought, what better way to start than with the first chakra, basic needs. Re-solidifying home within ourselves, confidence, security. that for all of us, it's been a lot. These last few years, even just this last year. So why not start on a cleansing, regenerative note? Big breath in and a sigh out of the mouth. Slowly roll yourself upright. Bring the legs through center, lengthen them both out. Give them a little rub, maybe a little massage, a little movement or stillness. The choice is yours. And we'll set up for sleeping swan on the right side. Our blocks will be at the top of the mat. And we'll just simply step our right foot up and over the bolster, blanket, any sort of props you might be using to support and elevate the hips. You can stay upright for a few breaths. We're going to be here for about 5 minutes. The longest pose that we'll be holding tonight. So slowly ease yourselves into it. You know, don't go too deep, too fast, too soon, right? Let it be gradual, maybe taking the blocks down to a level, coming to the forearms. And then maybe eventually making your way, bringing your third eye to a block. Second one goes underneath your heart. Wherever you are, let your eyes close and allow the breath to come in and allow the breath to go. And remember, the affirmation is there for you. You know, you don't have to be doing anything. Every time you just take a breath, just think, dirt out, power in. Of course, if you think of another mantra that resonates more profoundly for you, then I'd say use that. Allow a breath to come in. On the breath out, hum. Maybe rock your third eye from side to side if it's grounded on a block. Another big breath in. And then hum. Hands underneath your shoulders. Press down to lift yourself up. Take your time. And then lean into your right hip to swing your left leg in front of you. Slide off of your bolster. Maybe lengthen out both legs. Finding movement or stillness. And we'll take half dragonfly on the left side. First, we'll take our seat, our blanket behind us. Come to sit up. This time, the right knee is bent. The foot is in the inside of the left thigh. Left leg is long. It can be supported by a bolster or blanket, your choice. Grab your blocks. You'll find the center midline and you'll dive directly forward rather than over the lengthened leg. Make sure your sit bones stay nice and rooted. If they float off the ground, use that blanket to wedge a bit more cushion underneath, right? That way the body will feel more safe to soften and then release. But without the contact or the connection to any sort of support beneath you, then the body will resist any release. So all of these props are with reason to help us deepen our stretch. Let the eyes close. Arms are long out in front of you, palms face up. Take a big breath in and a big sigh out. And make some sounds. Take the flutters of the lips. Take some hums, some sighs. breath in. Big sigh out. Use your hands to press yourself upright. Lengthen out both of your legs. When you're ready, I'll take our sleeping swan on the left side. Using whatever support you used on the other side. Blocks are at the top of your mat if you need. Your left shin goes up and over your prop so that it's almost parallel with the top of your mat, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Back toes are untucked. Stay upright for a few breaths. And then as you feel it ready, allow yourselves to gradually make your way down to the ground. You're here for 5 minutes. Be kind and patient with your body. And explore using the breath and voice to perpetuate more release. Keep the breath flowing. Keep with the affirmation, dirt out, power in, or a mantra similar in intention. Out with the old, in with the new. And actually, it comes to mind since it was Martin Luther King Day on Monday. Great quote by him goes, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. And hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." You have a minute left in this pose. Explore the breath, explore the voice. Take a big breath in through the nose. And then hum on the breath out. Rock the third eye from side to side. Massage that brow, that intuition. The mind, the thoughts. Big breath in. Almost like you're smelling something delicious. Last big breath in here. Let the breath go. Gently, hands underneath your shoulders, press yourself upright. Taking your time. Lean to the left hip and swing your right leg around to the front. Slide off of your bolster and maybe both legs lengthen. Pause and receive. And then we're going to take it into full dragonfly. So you're going to use both of your blankets. And they're going to act as little wedges, lifts of support to go underneath the knees. And the legs don't have to be too widely spread, something that's comfortable, but also something that feels like work, right? And if you happen to have or be sitting on a blanket like I am, great. If not, no worries. Or if you have an extra pillow or something you could wedge underneath you, maybe rolling that mat up underneath you a little bit, just to give your seat a little bit more height. And then take your hands to the booty and pull out the excess flesh. That too will help you sit up a little bit higher on the sit bones without rolling back into the lumbar spine. Blocks come down the midline, any setting that works for you. Third eye to your blocks. Arms reaching long out in front, palms face up. And then maybe right away, as soon as you drop in to your pose, let the eyes close, take a breath in, and then immediately hum on the breath out. And see if you can continue with these hums for the duration of this pose. I know I said Sleeping Swan was going to be the longest pose, but Dragonfly 2 is also going to be held for 5 minutes. But we've worked in every, part of the hip, right? We've gone almost the whole circumference. So hopefully you should feel a little bit more open for this full Dragonfly. If not, that's why we have support. That's why we have the props that we use, right? But just continue to listen to the body and use the hums to take you a little deeper. Or if not physically take you deeper, but mentally, right? Psychologically. If the legs and hamstrings are tight, there might be resistance and fear of going too far. The hums could maybe change your mood a little bit and maybe wipe the fear away. There's something very powerful about the human voice and the reason to why, mothers or new parents hum and lullaby their children to sleep or to calm. It's because it is calming. It is settling. And as mommy or daddy holds baby to their chest and they're humming, they're not just receiving the audible resonance, they're receiving the vibrations because of the contact. And even though we aren't parents, right? And or maybe just our children aren't here, whatever the situation, right? We're with ourselves. The connection that we're making here is with ourselves. And so by having actual physical connection to our props, right? Third eye on a block or the ground, when we resonate, when we hum or sing, that reverberation bounces right back to us. Being both the giver and the receiver. Maybe even the flutters of the lips. Right? It's different for all of us which sounds work best. You have a minute left. See if you can go a little deeper safely. Maybe even just to see. Can I lower my block one height? Maybe, maybe not. You never know until you try. Big breath in. And let the breath go. Hands under your shoulders, press down to slowly roll up. Maybe pausing as soon as you've made your way up. And then assisting the legs one at a time to center. Taking any movements or stillness. And then blankets to the side. Clear the space. Take your blocks. Setting up for heart bench. One at the highest setting at the back of your mat. Second block is a medium setting. And here's the optional part, because I did say that your bolster was optional. You can do heart bench on the raw blocks. It's definitely a little bit deeper. With the bolster, it'll be a little more restorative, a little bit more soft and forgiving. But your feet will come as wide as your mat, knees knock in together. Spread the arms wide. Let the external rotation come from the shoulders. So the palms face up, and there's this great opening across the chest. Now you can stay here, and this is a beautiful, beautiful choice if you're not using a bolster. But if you have a bolster, you just keep your blocks as is, and you'll lay the bolster on top of your blocks. Hopefully the blocks stay. Maybe you use a blanket as a pillow to put at the top of the bolster. Let the eyes close. Take a big breath in. Sigh on the breath out. Take a big breath in. Audible sigh out of the mouth. Begin to make your way into Shavasana, corpse pose. Set up with as much support as you need, maybe a rolled up blanket under the knees. Bolster, anything you wish. Start to breathe a little deeper. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And gently step your feet to the ground one by one. Gently pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug and then rock over to a side of your choosing. Curl up there, pause for a moment. Find the greatness and the simplicity of arriving in these sweet little crevices, these sweet little nooks of the self, the little corners of our body, our temple, our home. Slowly press yourselves up to sit, keeping your eyes closed. Just like we began class, find Mukula Mudra and place it back onto the part of you that needed it most. Let's breathe in for Om. Inhale. Prayer to your heart. Bow it in. Namaste. We did it.